Live. I'm gonna give everybody a few minutes, even though I gave you a couple of hours, to let everybody know that I'm here. I want to thank everybody that's coming in for watching. Today, I'm coming live from the ice cream parlor. I'm here. We have what we call, we're starting to do a concert series here in Selma, North Carolina. And doing this concert series, what we're going to have, I think it's the third Thursday and every month, either the third Thursday or the second Thursday of every month. We all the different businesses have been all asked to sponsor a band. So this Thursday coming up is our first event. Coffee on Rayford, our neighbors across the street from us, they're supplying the band, and we'll have a lot of people downtown coming here for the live concert series. I think we're the first city to get going with it. With that, we're gonna have people coming out here celebrating, and I want to make sure that I got everything I need to profit the most off of this. So I'm here in the ice cream parlor doing some work. We added some new freezers. Matter of fact, let me give you all a quick tour of what we got going on right here. Let me turn this around real quick. Let's see. I don't want to do that. I want to turn the camera around. How to turn this camera around? I've done it one time before. Here you go. More. Setting camera front facing, and I'm gonna go facing back. Is that it? Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, here we go. All right, so what I've done, I came in right here. We just had that one freezer on this side, and we had these two little small freezers. One of them I have to keep. This one right here, I have to keep this one here because this one right here is where we keep our adult ice cream. The adult ice cream I have to get it real cold. So these freezers only get to about 0 degrees. If I put the adult ice cream in that one, then it'll get below zero and it'll stay frozen. Otherwise, the alcohol content doesn't allow it to get as cold as regular ice cream. And we serve it, it'd be almost like a milkshake. So I have to keep that real cold. So I keep the adult ice cream there. And here, you can see I got room for 8 new flavors. So here is where we keep our Italian ice. This is our Italian ice. And also when I'm putting in here, I'm putting in the actual flavors that freezes hard, like chocolate and strawberry. That freezes hard. Sometimes I wonder if Viagra is in there because man, it'll break your arm trying to scoop that. So this freezer right here, I'm not going to get it as cold because I don't need it as cold for the Italian ice. But so I can keep those flavors that freezes real hard. I can keep them in here and make it easier for the kids to scoop it out. Sometimes with the chocolate and strawberry early on in the day, some of the young ladies have to get the guys to scoop it. It's just that hard. So I'm gonna put the stuff that freezes hard over here with the Italian ice. This freezer right here is going into our little concession trailer. We have a trailer out back that I'm gonna be using to take events. So I'm gonna be taking that over to the concessions trailer. And here is some of our freezer stuff as I'm starting to move stuff over. I'm just making room as I move stuff over. So here go my other freezers here. So what I've done, this freezer right here, I purchased it from another guy who went out of business. So I got his freezer. Also, what we have coming, and that's what I'm doing. As you see right here, this is the cotton candy machine. He had a cotton candy machine too. So that's the dome that go over top of it. The cotton candy machine, I got that from him too. I purchased that from him. So we're gonna be learning how to do cotton candy. I'm out here just writing up with the kettle corn. The kettle corn is going good, but right now I'm gonna cut back on our flavors. I'm gonna cut back to our most popular flavors, which is the regular, the caramel, cheesy jalapeno, and white cheddar. So we're gonna have those flavors we're gonna offer here, and we're gonna offer the cotton candy. I'm gonna move my stand here And here, what we're gonna have. This is where you're gonna pick up your order, and right here is where you'll make your order. What we're gonna do, we're getting a little notepad because what's happening now, we're starting to get busy, and we're starting to get lines forming from time to time. And the young ladies and young guys, when they're taking orders, if you're seeing right now what they're doing to try to move fast, they're just writing the orders and stuff down on the pieces of paper like this, and so they can remember the orders. So what I'm going to do, whoever's taking the order right here, I'm going to give them a little tablet that they have right there, and what they do, they'll write the orders on that tablet, and it's going to get broadcast up here to this TV. And so the people who scooping, we'll have one person or two people back here scooping, depending on our demand. So the people who are actually back here scooping, they'll see what orders and stuff are coming up on the screen. They'll make the orders, and then they'll take them over here and give them here. And I have another pad so they can write erase the orders, erase the ones that they've done. So that's what we're in the process of doing right now. And like I say, putting businesses together. This is how you do it. You come here and you put it together, and then once you start putting it together, then you start going back and making changes. Make the changes and stuff that you need to keep it moving better. And as the business start to grow, you'll find out too that it's different changes that you might not have thought about and might not have to address until later on, until the business hit another growth spurt. Because up until then, we hadn't had the problem of having lines forming, and so with that, now that the lines are forming, and I'm seeing that the kids are actually trying to compensate for the lines and stuff. They came up with their own little method, but I can find a better way for us to do it, and I get that in here. And you see, like they got paper taped on the wall and all that. All that's gone. So before Thursday, I'm not gonna have any more tape or anything and paper on the walls. Everything is gonna be presentable where everybody can see it. So that's what I like to do. I like to come here in the afternoons like this, and not come here in the afternoons by myself. I can look at stuff, and I can look at little stuff that they've been doing, and I can find ways to do it better. Otherwise, if I'm not here, if I was here doing it myself, I might not get to see this type of stuff. I can come back and see it, and I'll step in from time to time. Because I'm not here all day, I don't get to see all the huge lines that's forming. Sometimes I'll pop up at certain times, and I see people everywhere outside and inside, and it scares me. I'll be like, man, something happening. I think something has happened inside the ice cream parlor. And I get here, it's just it's 2 or 3 families, people here. And we just we got 2 or 3 families of people that I had to excuse me. That was my sister just texted me, said my mom's oven bake element burned out. So I got to fix her bake element in her oven. But anyway, I have 2 or 3 families here, and it scares me because I just see people standing out everywhere. So I have to come down and see what's going on, make adjustments, and keep moving, and have to keep bringing more value in here. The other thing, you probably won't get to see me doing the restaurant build out with my friend. I think old Mike Sneed done messed it up again for for everybody with this YouTube stuff. You saw I put out a video with my friend with his seafood restaurant, and him and I was excited, and I was ready to go start working. We had started sourcing material, we had putting it together. Unfortunately, I did not know he hadn't signed the contract yet. If he hadn't signed the lease contract, I would not have done that because I learned my lesson the hard way. But anyway, he hadn't signed the lease contract to lease the building before I put that video out. I hope he hasn't said that it was me, but I know after I put the video out, the next day the person he was getting the building from got an offer about about 3 times of what he was giving it for, and he called him this weekend, and told him that he's not able to do it. That he gonna have to go that route. So I felt sorry. He called me this morning and told me about it, and I felt sorry for him. But I told him, hey man, it happened to me, and I wished I hadn't put the video out until if I knew he hadn't signed the contract, I would not put it out. But I'll put it out there. Old Mike Sneed want to have some content, and I put it out there. Next thing you know, the landlord got hits, and what he was going to pay, they got 3 times the offer. So that's Mike Sneed. So with that, it's not going to happen. We talked about it, and like I told him, I said, something else will come along. So with that, I know if I was in that predicament, I'd like for the person to be considerate about that too. And in the end, it's business. It's nothing personal. It's business. Somebody called and you ain't signed the contract, and you're gonna get 3 times the offer. You gotta go. I know your word means a lot. That you want somebody to honor what they say. But like I told them, man, I don't know if they came with 3 times the offer. It's hard. People understand. Like Chris Rock say, I don't normally do that, but I can understand. I can understand why he done it. So with that, we're not going to be able to do that one. Also, on January the 17th through the 20th, we're going to have our Juneteenth celebration. On the 17th, that'll be the Thursday that I'm responsible for bringing the band. So I have the band here. I'm also that Friday night, I'm going to do a seminar, how to start a business down in Selma, North Carolina. On Saturday, I'm going to have a car show. That's when I'm going to bring out the truck. It should be ready by then. We're making great progress on it. Can't wait to release the other videos and stuff that we got from it. It's really good. I'm very happy of where we're at. I can't wait to get it and just drive it and enjoy it this summer. On the 20th, they're gonna have a gospel program. So we're gonna be doing something that whole weekend out here, and I'm excited about that. That coming forth too. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about why so many truckers are coming to the appliance repair business. And I had taken a couple of notes that I wrote down because what happened this past weekend, one of the alumni came up and I was surprised. I was walking down the street and I see this service vehicle here, and it says, "Have your appliance broken? This and this and that. Call me to fix your appliance." No, I saw the logos and all that. I was like, wow, somebody out here fixing appliances. that was going through my mind. And then next thing you know, I see one of the alumni, he's taking pictures of the buildings and stuff. And I was like, oh man, I didn't know you're coming up. And so him and I was talking, and he used to drive trucks, and he no longer drives trucks. He's doing appliance repair. He was telling me about all the things that he loves about the appliance repair business versus the trucking business. I had 2 people call me today also who are truckers that watches the show, and they're looking to make the transition, and they're saying that some of the same things. And every time I have a class, I always have 1 to 2 truck drivers in there who's running to get out of those trucks, and this is the same thing. Most of them talk. When we talk, they tell me pretty much the same thing. I don't think I know. Majority of our the alumni that have came through appliance repair came through the trucking industry. It might be a coincidence because we've done a collaboration with JT Hustle for so long that a lot of people were looking at JT Hustle because of the trucking and carrier service, and that funneled a lot of people to it. But we still get a lot of people running out of that truck. And trucking makes about the same amount of money. The money that we make bring home is pretty much the same per week. The money we bring home pretty much the same per week. So that was one of the things that I could not see why people was running out the trucks. I was like, it's not like you running to make this huge change in your money coming in. I don't think. And uh, what was so bad about trucking? And one of the things that they always told me that what I'm talking about trucking as a self-employed trucker, where you actually own the truck or you driving the truck for somebody else as an independent contractor. Um, and I'm talking about same thing with your appliance repair business. I'm talking about it as you being self-employed. You going out there making the repairs yourself, not you sitting back and you having subs go do it. Because if you had the subs to go out there and do it, and if you somebody who own the trucks and you sent other people out there to go drive the trucks, or you had your own authority and you was doing that, it'll be very similar with appliance repair. Only difference would probably be just the first thing I'm getting ready to mention now. That'll be the only upside the appliance repair will have on somebody who owned the truck and had other drivers. I'm speaking to it as somebody driving the truck, driving for somebody else, or they own the truck and they're driving their own truck. And I'm speaking to it as an appliance repair person. You own the business and you going out there doing the repairs yourself. Now, the first thing is they always said the cost of repairs. They say you make a lot of money, but if something happened to your truck, you have these huge repairs that pop up. And you're going to have repairs because it's a mechanical device. You're going to have repairs that's going to pop up to that truck to keep it running. And I say the same thing. Well, with appliance repair, you're gonna go and you're gonna mess something up. You're gonna blow a control board. You're gonna crack a control panel. You're gonna do something like that. And they say, yeah, but if I blow a control board, and I'm talking about $400, that is gonna cost me to buy them a new control board or whatever. You're gonna be looking at about $400 to get out that mishap that you done. Versus 8,000 plus if you got a major repair that has to be done to your tractor trailer. So even though you're making the same amount of money, when a mishap happens, you're only looking at a couple of $100s to get out of it with appliance repair. Versus if you got a truck and you got a major repair, you're looking at several $1,000s. Ain't no 1,500. You're looking $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to actually make those repairs and to get that thing back up and running. So that was the other thing they said. I had to agree with them. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. The other thing was with appliance repair. If I'm running my own calls, I'm pretty much working from 10 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the afternoon. That's my work schedule. That's all the work I'm doing. If I'm doing it by myself, I'm not doing no third-party warranties. I'm doing straight CODs. If I got to get in the truck by myself, I'm not doing no third-party warranty. I'm going to do straight CODs. And I'm not going to have all that paperwork and stuff going on. And matter of fact, I'm thinking about doing it now because American Home Shield, that new portal that they put out, I'm hating it right now. So if it doesn't improve much, I might even stop I might stop a lot sooner and just go straight CODs because it's killing me to have to call in now and be on that phone. Versus now, if you're driving a truck, even though they tell you can't drive but 8 hours, or I think maybe 8 or 10 hours per day, legally are you allowed to drive before you have to cut the truck off and rest. But even though you can only drive that many times, you still inside that truck. So you working 24 hours. It's not like here. I know that at 4 o'clock. Greg says 11 hours. You can drive 11 hours. Okay. You can drive 11 hours. But even though after that 11 hours, you're not unless you're doing local stops where you're doing a local run coming back home. If you're doing over the road, you're not able to get back in your bed. And I'm speaking about somebody doing over the road trucking, not somebody doing a local. So I'm talking about over the road. You're doing that, you're not able to get back in your bed. And even the ones I know who do local routes runs, they go up north and stay 2 days, then they'll come back and they'll spend one night in their house, and then they'll get up and they go down south for 2 days. Then they come back and they home for the weekend. Um, but I'm talking about the ones really who's driving over the road. You're not able to get in your bed. You're stuck in that truck. So that's like working 24 hours. Same thing with the doctors. If you gotta be stuck at the hospital, you working. Even though they have a little place for you to sleep and all that, you still working if you stuck there and you can't go home and unwind and get into your own bed. The other thing too that you don't get to do because you are stuck in that truck and you're away from your family. You miss out on a lot of family memories. You're not able to be as active with your kids and stuff. Meaning you're not able to coach like the baseball team, basketball team for your sons and daughters. You miss a lot of stuff that goes on, school activities and stuff that goes on during the week. Because you're out there working, you miss a lot of that stuff. And a lot of people said that's a lot of the times what moved them to actually get out of the truck because they're missing so much time with their kids. They come back and it's like their kids didn't even know them. They're growing up and it's kind of like you're a visitor in the house. You messing up the whole flow of the house routine when you come. So they felt like they were missing out so much on growing up with their families and stuff, growing up from them because they're out there in the road. The other thing, maybe that bothers some people, but I heard a lot of people say, and I know it would bother me too. The lot lizards, and the lot lizards, if you don't know, that's what they call the young ladies that be at the truck stop to fill in for and help the guys before they until they can get back home. Um, and that would be something major for me if I gotta be gone 2 weeks or a month out and before I can get back and see your wife or whatnot. That get old quick, and you'll get tired of picking up the lot lizards and all that. You wanna have a real committed relationship. Believe it or not, you'll get to a point where that get tired and get old, and you wanna have a serious relationship with somebody, or you want to be if you do have somebody, you want to spend more time and be there a lot more than once or twice a month you stopping in to see them. So, um, and uh, and last but not least, and I think it's one of the most important factors of why people running from the truck and over into here. Uh, if you own the road as a trucker, it's not as conducive. You can, but it's not as conducive to building other revenue streams because you're constantly gone all the time. Versus, like here, I'm here at my ice cream parlor. I'm able to come here because I live right up the street. I can work on my ice cream parlor by myself at night and start to build other revenue streams. I'm able to go work at my buildings. I've been working at my buildings. I've been doing this all day long. I've been work. I had a box truck. I had to get up and running so I could go pick up the equipment. So I fixed my box truck first thing this morning. When I got the equipment, brought it back, unloaded it, got everything set up here. Then I went and worked on my new buildings for a little bit, and I pretty much got it rented. The young lady, if she's looking at this, she has it. She's whatchamacallit. She's there. She's there every weekend, taking her and her business partners and stuff there, and she has all these nice ideas she's doing. I can't wait to see what she's gonna do with it. So with that, that's pretty much my building is pretty much rented. I'm in the process of just getting everything up and ready to go, and you're not able to do that. A lot of times when you're stuck in that truck and you can't get there, uh, it's going to be it's going to be hard to actually build other revenue streams when you're away all the time. Not saying you can't do it, but it's a lot harder to do it if you don't have access, especially at the very beginning, to put your hands on it and to touch until it becomes a lot more mature. Uh, give me until it gets a lot more mature. It's harder to actually to be away from doing that. That's my wife. Said she got to make a payment. I need to transfer some money. I have to do it as soon as I get off. But yeah, that's one of the reasons. Like I say, why a lot of people are running from the trucking business over into the appliance repair business. Like I said, we get a bunch of people coming from over here. Our biggest portion of our alumni did come from the trucking business. All right, so what we're going to do now, we're going to read some of this stuff we got going on in the comments. And then from there, I'm going to finish up what I'm doing here. And then I'm going to slide out of here. Greg B said, "What's up, Mike and ABC family crew?" Hey, how you doing, Greg? Picture Man 63. Good evening, Mike and ABC family. I hope all is well with everyone. Yeah, it is. Shimano 59. I need to put that up front. There we go. He said, "Salute to Grandmaster Mike and ABC fam." All right. What's up, Marcus Harris? Paul Brown, what's up? How you doing? My apps, hey, how you doing? All right. Sean C. Mike and fam, I hate my delivery truck. There you go. He's one of them. Sean C. said he hates his delivery truck. Yeah, there you go. I don't know. I don't know what I'll be asking them all the time. I said, are they beating y'all when inside that truck, or what are they doing to make y'all hate that truck so much? But yeah, they hate it when they come here. They hate it. LV Handy Repair. Hey family, hope all is well. Plenty of money in your pocket. There you go. Viagra left a lot. Yeah, the ice cream. Shimano 59. The ice cream. Hey, no, Dr. Flump. Viagra for you, ice cream. Yeah. What happens? You have some ice cream. You have some ice cream in there that freezes a lot harder than regular ice cream. So stuff like your chocolates, anything with chocolate in it, unless you got like some fudge mixed in with it, it freezes hard as a rock. The same thing with like the strawberry, our cotton candy ice cream, stuff that doesn't have any something like sugar content or something that's really sweet. Like vanilla, we have honey in it, so the honey keeps it from freezing so hard. And a lot of the other stuff we have like caramels and stuff like that in there, actual chocolate, not the we got chocolate syrup in them and stuff like that. So that keeps it from freezing as hard. But if you got something that doesn't have anything like a sugar content in it, it freezes really, really hard. And like I say, it gets to the point where sometimes the young ladies can't scoop it out. And by the end of the night, that's another reason too. With the kids, I only let them work about 4 hours, and unless somebody's actually making the ice cream. Like I got 2 young men that actually make the ice cream. So with them, they'll work 8 hours because what they'll do, we have somebody, they might open the store during the week and they can cover the counter and while they make the ice cream. But once we start rolling in the afternoon, we have somebody else up front to actually scoop and take orders while they continue to make the ice cream. But about 4 hours of scooping is about all your arm can take. So you don't want to wear them out. So about 4 hours is what I keep the high school kids at. And plus, at about 4 hours, that's about all their attention span is too for them to work. If you keep them here, I found out if I keep them here more than 4 hours, that's when they start to play around and they don't stay as focused. So 4 hours is enough time for them to come in, and they'll have 2 or 3 good runs in that 4 hours, and they have a little. We used to have a little downtime, but it's getting to the point now where they're constantly going for 4 hours. Either they're making waffle cones or they're scooping, taking orders, they're doing something. Hey, what's up, DCNL? Hey, what's up, Quentin Hodge? Frank Evans, technology is coming. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. And you'll see you start to utilize technology to actually make it better for them, where they can use it. And that way it'll streamline it a lot better. Because what happens right now, everybody's crowding up to the front to hear the orders or to read off the sheet. So what I do, I have everything there and all their cups and everything they need right there. They can just make everything. Same thing McDonald's and Burger King and everybody else do. The ones that's preparing it, they'll be able to look at it up there, make everything, and get it back up here to the front, and make it move a lot faster. Hey, what's up, Mr. Mechanical? All right, all right. What's up, Quinn Hodge? Looking good, thanks. 89 Dr. Funk. System and processes is the key. Now with stuff slowly opening up, about to get flooded. Yeah, this past weekend we done really well. The last 2 weeks we done really well. We had a couple of days of rain, but I was doing some training. We brought on one, two. We got 3 new hires. So I pretty much almost doubled my staff. So I got 3 new hires that actually came in and they're working fine. So we're doing training. So it worked well. This weekend right here is going to be the one that's really, this week is going to show us, especially Thursday, because we're going to bring in, we'll have 3 people out front doing the cotton candy, the popcorn. We're going to have 4, cotton candy, popcorn, because we're going to have one person taking the money and running credit cards and giving passing out the orders. No, we'll have 3. One person taking the money, passing out the orders. One person popping the popcorn and bagging it up, and another person making the cotton candy. So that's what we have. 3 out there. Then we have 3 in here doing the ice cream and everything we serve here. Hey, what's up, ABC Ken? All right. Process improvement. That's the name of the game. Yeah, and it's constantly constantly. Like I say, as you hit other milestones, you have to change your process to adapt, and you keep it moving. Yeah, blow up like bubble gum. Yeah, this right here is gonna be where I'm gonna make my money. This summer right here. If things go well with this concert series, and we got a lot of stuff going on the weekends throughout this whole summer. They're planning a lot of stuff, and we got a lot of people who actually coming in looking. We got murals that we're painting throughout the town where people go take pictures and stuff. I'm getting a mural painted in a couple of weeks up here, also on the ice cream parlor. So you got all this stuff going on, a lot of excitement. A lot of people are coming back here, and I often joke and tell the town and stuff. When I first got here, I felt kind of like the Boston Red Sox when they had the curse of the great Gambini, and they couldn't win a World Series. That's all they talked about, and how they couldn't win, they weren't going to win, and then finally something happens, and they say, they winning a bunch of World Series. And now they lost their identity, because now they can't say the curse was there anymore. They kind of lost their identity. Same thing. Now, like I said, here it is. You put up a video and somebody calls down, say, "I'll give you 3 times the offer," or they call down, "I'm gonna double." What happened to me? They doubled what I was going to pay for the buildings. And I walk out there on the streets, and people are walking around talking about how happy they are for to come down here, and they can't wait to get a building, and they can't wait to get down here, and now like I say, it's to the point when they come tell me about Selma, it sounds so good. I be saying I'm going down there to visit. I want to see what they're talking about. And they make it sound just so good. And be honest, it is. This town it's done a complete 180. It's just a complete 180 that this town has done, and where it's going. That this people are talking about, this is the place they want to be at, and I want to thank the town for all they've done to make me feel welcome here. It's really good, really good. Hey, what's up, BK from the Rockies? Mr. Mechanical, someone was hating Mike. It never failed. Yeah, I don't think. I really don't think so much they're hating. I think a lot of times now we underestimate the power of the internet and social media. We underestimate how truly powerful this thing is. That that I can be here now. I'm looking. I say it's 45 people watching right now live. So I'm thinking it's not that many people care about it and stuff. Um, but you're gonna have hundreds and hundreds of people who's coming in afterwards and watching it. Thousands of people come in afterwards and watch it. I still don't believe the count total that YouTube is putting out there. We got all these people come out later and watch it, and somebody is looking and saying that town that they see in the town, they're seeing how the town is growing, and yeah, somebody's watching the moves and stuff that we're making and where things are at. So yeah, people are watching this, and 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 unfortunately, well, it ain't unfortunately, it's good because because he's willing to do that. It's kind of like setting the precedent of where all the other buildings and stuff are going to go, and people coming down here. So it make my property goes up. Also, I get more equity. Marcus Harris, Mike, you're a low key real estate agent. You're promoting better than the local agents. Yeah, it's funny. I remember when I first got here, and I was doing videos when I first bought these two buildings, and this before I even knew before I knew a lot of the town officials or anything. Well, the town hall was closed, and so they just started calling anybody they had town assembly. And so the Parks and Recreation Department, they came down and talked to me, and they said, "Did you get?" They're wondering if I had gave the number out on the internet. I was like, "No." They said, "We're getting calls. People want to know where can they find buildings for $15,000." And I was like, "They call the Parks and Rec." Said, "Yeah, we're getting phone calls." And that's the time I was like, "Who in the world watching and care about it?" So I thought it was just a one time thing. So that's when I was getting ready to buy the other two buildings around the corner, and I done the video. And unfortunately, like 89 Dr. Funk, yeah, people watching might make sure that ink is dry, man. Yeah, just like 89 Dr. Funk said, I had one building under contract. I had that next building getting it was on the weekend, but whatchamacallit, we were supposed to meet Monday morning at the lawyer's office to do to get the other one under contract, and I was going to buy them. And I called the guy. I done the video. I done a video that Friday with Slick. I done another video with by myself that Saturday. Monday morning, I called the guy, and he said he's not coming. I was like, "Why you not coming?" I got an offer. I said, "You got an offer?" Yeah, it was double what I was going to pay. I said, "What in the world?" And so then I knew people were watching then. And also too, like I said, yeah, that's crazy. The other thing too, Cindy wrote a paper. She's writing a book about the town of Selma and whatnot, and she had an excerpt on there about me. And I was surprised that she had watched all the stuff that she had watched. She really watches the videos. She had watched a lot of stuff. And like I said, that's the first time I really felt naked. I was like, man, all my stuff out here for everybody to see. But I'm glad I'm glad people are watching and they are getting something out of it. And I just hope that I'm doing justice for people. And like I say, what I'm doing, I just turning the camera on. I'm not coming up with no script or trying to find something to talk about. Whatever I'm doing at the time of the month, whatever I'm talking about or whatever I'm doing the day of, maybe an hour or two, maybe 15 minutes before I come on, that's what I'm going to be talking about. And I try to be, sometimes I want to go back home and I said, I need to go home and change and put on different clothes and stuff like that. But then I said, no, I want to be authentic. I want them to be able to see me in my work clothes, to know that I'm out here working, know that and give y'all real live, assessment of how I'm doing business and how business come together. Let you all see it. If you haven't already, Glendon is putting together a business. I think I just looked at a video right before I came on. He said he's actually going to stop filming for a while, going to step back. I wish if he watched, I wish you'd keep going, and don't cut the film off, because that's the stuff we want to see. I know what he's talking about, because I feel that same way from time to time, where you're trying to show people real businesses, and you're putting yourself out there for everybody to see it, and you get the doubters, and you get people who want to argue with you, who somebody who ain't never even put together a lemonade stand gonna tell you how to put a business together. Somebody that never bought no property before, more or less rehab or anything, gonna tell you how to do it. Yeah, I know that irks you, and it will make you callous when you just say forget it. I ain't bothering with them anymore. But we have to turn the camera on. It's because not many of us do it. Not like he said, he don't know anybody else that does that on YouTube. Because he don't know anybody else that does it on YouTube. Uh, that's the reason why he needs to be out there doing more of it. Because what happened, everybody else, because nobody's doing it, and they look at all the stuff that's done in like I say scripted, just scripted business stuff that everybody putting out there, where they never form a business. They can't teach you how to start a business. They don't have anything they can show that they're actually running business. They never bring you behind the scenes. You can see right here, and you all, I only got to do. I'll show it, but you all have been here. Many of y'all have came here and ate the ice cream and have ate my popcorn and stuff. But you all saw from the beginning what it looks like. Um, uh, but you have to show this. I hope he continues to do that, so we can see all the trials and tribulations that he go through. I don't want to just him pop up and he got all his cars and his business up and running, and we don't get to see the transition, because what he's going through now, this is the most important stuff. What you all starting to see now, where I'm getting more into the processes, and it's now running on its own. It's starting to get some good roots in it. This right here is where a lot of times when people pop in at, because we don't want you all to see all the mistakes and mishaps we have, because we get judged on it so much. But that's where most of the business owners pop in at. They pop in right here, but it doesn't do people any justice when they're putting together their business, because they think business is easy. They think you're not going to run into problems. They don't think the universe is going to come up against them. And that's the thing too, that you all, I'm glad you all are so honest when y'all doing y'all appliance repair business. Y'all start telling people, hey, it ain't all cookies and cream. This thing right here is some work. And y'all are honest and say, some days I feel like quitting this stuff. But I'm glad you all don't, and y'all keep going through it, because that's with any business you do. Any business you do, it's going to constantly be some bad days. It's going to constantly come up and change. Just like if you were selling now if I got on a boat and I was going to sail from here over into Africa, it's not going to be smooth sailing the whole way. I'm going to run through some storms. I'm going to run to where I might not have a wind. All this stuff going to nature and the universe is going to come and try to keep me from getting to my destination. But you got to be steadfast and keep tracking and get there. Same thing with your business. Your business ain't nothing is going to let you just go and not test you, because that's the way we make sure that only the strong survive. Because if you weak and you die, we don't want that business to be around. We want somebody who put together a good, strong business to last, and the universe knows that, and the universe is going to make sure that it weed out the weak. So that's how they weed you out. And I'm glad you all stick to it and keep going. And a lot of times, if you have somebody give you a roadmap to get you started and get you going, a lot of times from there, that right there gets you through. The young man that well, we're the same age. My friend from back home. I hope I can get him. He don't do social media, but I hope I can get him on. That own the ice cream parlor, who I'm buying a lot of my equipment from. I don't know, but I think he might have bought a business plan. I don't know. I have to ask him next time next time I talk to him. But if I hadn't bought this business plan for the ice cream parlor, As you see right there on the wall, you see the little orange thing. That's me completing my boot camp for ice cream. If I had not bought the business plan of how to make how to run an ice cream parlor, I would be lost. I would be dead lost. But because I bought that, I was able to cut off 20 years of learning and mistakes. I don't know if he had that way he could cut it off. And I was able to get to where I need to go. Because otherwise, if I didn't have a business plan, I'll be going every which way. I'll be looking at all these people what I call making these fancy milkshakes where they got everything bacon, pork chops, donuts, candy bars stuck in a milkshake. To me, I'm going to drink one tomorrow just see what it tastes like. But to me, most of it is on you. You don't drink it because it's melting and running all over you. But a lot of people now are making those and selling them for $20, which is good. But I don't think that keeps somebody coming back to get that milkshake. I think it's more like a carnival thing, just something to try once. But I ain't going back there next week to go get that same thing. It's just something you just try one time as a tourist attraction, or if you're in a high foot traffic area where you can sell it to people who's coming and going all the time. But it's not going to be someplace, a destination, like a lot of our people, believe it or not. We see them 2 or 3 times a week. They coming back getting the ice cream. I don't think you would do that with that those fancy milkshakes. Warren Davis, the downside of sharing information. All right. Decent enough, yeah, they watching. Oh, Greg B, that's right. Greg B did come from trucking. He said he still have love for the trucking industry. There you go. Marcus Harris, that Porter's, it's killing me. And everything I put out there now is getting rejected. So that means I gotta call it in. Man, whoever came up with, I want to meet the person. They had it perfect. They had it perfect. Whoever came up and done this, and like I said, a lot. That's the thing. I've been complaining about it to my wife every night about it because I hate it so much. I said it was one thing if they could have done it to make it easier and streamline it, make it fast. But this right here just makes it harder. And 2 sheets of they're asking for all this information that they want us to they want to get rid of their actual their actual phone takers. So now they're requiring you to go in and do what their assistants and phone takers should be doing. They want you to collect all that information. They want you to talk directly to the customer, and all they want to do is be behind the scenes and just and look and see approve and no approve. And they're making it harder now for them to even sing the parts. So if things don't improve, or I can't find a workaround, I might be getting off on the next exit. Yeah, that AHS portal was freaking brutal. Being on the phone. Yep. All right, Greg B say you can drive 11 hours. A9 Dr. Funk said he was on the phone for 1.5 hours. Yeah, easy. Oh, we got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, lot lizards. Yeah, those are the prostitutes. Sean said, laugh a lot. Them lot lizards would probably get you in trouble quickly. Yeah. Yep. No industry beats the service industry, even YouTube, no doubt. There you go. Greg B said, ain't nothing like being on the interstate about 11 at night with no traffic on the road and get music playing in your rig. Okay, I feel you. D Johnson, hey, how you doing? Love the channel, truly game changing. How are your studies going for your contractor's license? Man, I hope they're not watching, but God knows I gotta take a course June the 9th. And they wanted, matter of fact, today I had to give them the date of when I was going to take my test. And I said, man, they're going. I got to get out here quick and take it. And I'm not ready yet. I got to take a refresher course. At I tell you, at 48, studying ain't like it used to be. I have to go reread, rework, forget where I put forget the page number I was on. I forget where I punched in my calculator, forget the numbers. My mind ain't where it used to be at. I used to study in a couple of weeks. I'm ready to go. This is the hardest it's taking me to get up and going. But luckily, well, not luckily, but I got a slight break in order for me to schedule for my test, I had to pay. I had to pay my fee. The fee was $330, and a lot of times these states and stuff they backwater. Oklahoma, the contractors test the contractors. The Oklahoma's contractor industry where you sign up to take your test, they don't accept credit cards, so you can only send them a money order or a certified check. So I have to mail it to them before I can set up my date. So I sent that off today. As soon as they get it tomorrow, I'll set up my date. I'm gonna probably set my date up probably right around the end of June because I'm gonna need that time to get my mind together. Right now, I'm not ready. I'm not ready. It's hard. It's hard. Warren Davis, Mike, you make business look doable and realistic. Hard work and patience. Everybody think passive income means no work. Yeah. I'm talking to one of the young men that work here. That's what he wants. He said, "I want to be like you." I said, "What do you mean?" I want to have multiple businesses and just stop in from time to time, make sure all of them working and not really doing anything. I was like, okay, if that's what you think. Here it is now, 9 o'clock. I'm still working, and when I get home, I'm still gonna be working. I get home, I take a shower. Uh, my wife and I talk. Wife and I talk till about 10:30, 11. 10:30, 11. I get up. She said, "Where you going to get on Facebook?" No, I ain't going to get on Facebook. I'm going to go. I'm going to go look at YouTube. So from about 11 to about 12:30, 1 o'clock, that's what I do. I go through and I check out all the channels I normally look at. I look at those then, and also what I do, I'll start posting pictures or starting editing some of the videos and stuff that I'm gonna have coming out. So I'll work up until then, and I get up about 5:30, 5:30, 6 o'clock every morning, and that's 7 days a week. It doesn't stop. I'm always getting up and I'm always doing something, always doing something. But I love it. I love it, and I love the fact that they allow me to be able to come over here and do this. Ewan, hey Mike, it's hard for me to let my truck go. I run Amazon loads, pays very well, but starting to make my way to appliance repair. Okay. Yeah, a lot of people make that transition. We have a lot of people came here. BK from the Rockies. Mike, you have to accept that you are a major influencer for Love's Selma, North Carolina. Your moves are definitely being watched. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's definitely being watched. I'll never forget. Uh, Same thing. One of the young guy that worked here. We were talking, and this is something he told me. He was like, he was talking about maybe one day getting a building and doing something, and he was like, yeah, but no, if you want to get something around here, you have to go to you or Ron Hester. Ron Hester, his father used to be the mayor. He owns a lot of property around here, a lot of property. He said, you and Ron Hester own all the property in Selma. I don't own but like 4 little buildings. Ron and them own hundreds of buildings around North Carolina, if not thousands. And I don't. And Jeff and Zena, they own one too. They own just as many as I do. But and somebody told me one time that I had money. Yeah. And I was like, I got money. I got money. Nah, I don't have no money. And it's funny, like I keep telling everybody, it's only through appliance repair that I'm able to do it. Appliance repair is the reason I'm able to do this. No, making $500 to $1,000 a day repairing appliances, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that for you to actually to blow. And if you're intentional about what you're going to do with your money, for me, it's $800 a week for my family to actually live. So for me, all I have to put in my home account, $800 a week. Well, right now, my wife said we got stuff going on for graduation and stuff like that and vacation. So my wife told me to transfer some money. But most of the time, it's just $800 per week, all I need to put in. And from there, that's enough to pay all my household bills, everything. And so Uh, the rest of that money, I can just stack it and pay on property and do all the other stuff I'm doing. And it doesn't take long when you're doing appliance repair. It doesn't take long at all to get it. All right. Paul Brown, it's a small world. People have family and friends everywhere. Yeah, it is. YouTube has made has made the world very, very small. Has made the world very, very small, and made the world. It made it very small, and it made it. What's the right word? Almost like I feel like I have a connection with a lot of different places. Hey, what's up? Because we don't read, Uncle Mike, I love you. A9 Dr. Funk. Glennon is catching hell from the haters. I think he's just tired and mentally frustrated. People don't listen to him, but they listen to the innocent. Yeah, yeah, all the time, all the time, all the time. Also, put out 89 Dr. Funk. You put out a link to the in Detroit where you can see all the people, how famous people who lived in Detroit and stuff. I really enjoyed that, and that's stuff that YouTube has done. It has made it relatable again. Because when I saw that link where he put a link out where all the people used to live in Detroit, you know, where Barry Gordy lived, where Marvin Gaye lived, where Donald Ross, Smokey Robinson, all these huge entertainers and stuff, where they lived amongst people, and and it was funny where I saw in the comments where people were talking about, yeah, they were my next door neighbor. I used to go talk to them. I would knock on the door, talk to Marvin, and that's the way it used to be. Where the influencers and so-called, I guess, celebrities and whatnot, there are people you could just walk up and go see. They lived in normal houses and stuff around the community. It wasn't all this stuff gated and you couldn't touch them, and they didn't. It wasn't put up to this thing where they almost like this mystical creature. So you could actually see them, and they was in the neighborhood, and they're doing stuff where you could see. You know, they're talking about, yeah, I should go peek through the window. I go stand around the corner, watch when they had parties and watch all the celebrities and stuff. I think that's what YouTube. Well, I don't think I know. That's what YouTube has done again. It's made it where you can actually touch all the influencers, and you can touch you can touch everybody. You can reach out and talk to somebody, and everybody's now it's where you can touch them. That's why it used to be funny when people used to call and ask me, did I know because we don't read phone numbers? I'm like, yeah, when they come in, do you know Miss Ward phone number? Yeah, I know Miss Ward. Yeah, you still got JT number? Yeah, I got JT. It was funny when people used to ask me that. When people were asking me that, but I felt the same way when people were talking about, yeah, I grew up with Marvin, and we went to school with this person, and we hung out together. And I was like, man, it must have been so nice to be in that community and be around all those celebrities. And you can actually just go there and talk to them, and they didn't have security guards, and they weren't gated off. They was living amongst everybody. Greg B, who's Glendon? Yeah, yeah. Glendon Cameron, he has a YouTube channel called a franchise tag, and he talks about building a business. Yeah, and that's one of the things I kept saying. I hate people are he catching it like that, because hey, I trust me. If you listen to Glendon, trust me. I've been catching it. I've been catching it like this for over 20 years. Uh, and uh, and and what happens? He came out. He had his he had a business, a brick and mortar business, or I call it a physical business. Now I'm gonna say YouTube businesses and stuff online. I'm gonna call it a virtual business. He had a non-virtual business years ago, and from there he came to YouTube, and he's had a virtual business for the last probably 10 to 15 years. He's been selling courses and having YouTube virtual businesses. Virtual business is totally different than a physical non-virtual business. I kept saying, telling people a lot of time, I wanted to see him come off come out the virtual atmosphere and go back and do another physical business, a non-virtual business, to show us to go through those steps again. Because I felt the same way Glendon felt. That's the same way I've been feeling forever. Everybody has all these virtual businesses, but nobody's and all virtual business is easy. A virtual business that became like prosperity preaching. I can come over here and I can talk about all. I right now I could what's it called? I could take my money and cash out my buildings, all my property, take all my money and go buy me maybe a 15, 20 acre estate, get me some hot cars, and just talk about all the stuff I used to do and how I used to have businesses. And I could sell courses all day long. I wouldn't have to put another business together because people would like that and they'll want to buy it. And I could just keep talking prosperity, and unfortunately, as us African Americans, we'll keep buying it. We'll keep buying it, even though I never put together a business. You can't never come here and touch any of my businesses. You can't come talk to me. You don't see me doing anything. You don't see me becoming a person of substance in the community. I'm not doing anything with the politicians. I'm not doing anything with the local government. I'm not doing anything. All I'm doing is just selling courses. Become like a prosperity preacher. So that's the way YouTube and virtual businesses are. So I wanted to see him come back out and do a non-virtual business. He came back out, and the process of him putting together a rental car business, the wolves have came out and they're eating them up. Not eating them up, but they're constantly doing him the way that they do me. Where they they constantly question everything he does, even though he's doing it right there in front of you. They constantly question if what he's doing is real, even though he's doing it right in front of you. Unfortunately, I think YouTube is not promoting his channel and stuff anymore like they was. And I've been saying that forever. I say YouTube to pick and choose the winners. They not letting you they're not showing somebody who's actually doing stuff out there. If I was doing something especially to degrade African Americans, talking of pitting us against each other, they'll push me. But because I'm out here and I'm actually I feel because I'm out here actually doing something and doing something positive. I think they don't figure African Americans want to see this, or they don't want to put it out there. So with that's why I said at about 6,000 subscribers, I got to the point that I don't even care anymore about the subscriber account. I'm almost to the point where I don't even really care about the social media stuff anymore. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. But anyway, so he's now catching that, and I hate that happens to the point now where he just say, hey, he's gonna take some time and regroup, and I don't want him to do that. I think it has something to do. I think it's a couple of things that's causing him to do that. One thing is the fact that the way people are coming at you, and you have to constantly keep fighting somebody. You don't want to. You trying to help somebody, and they fighting you the whole time for you not to help them. So you get to a point where you tired of arguing and stuff like that. The other thing is when you start putting physical businesses and stuff together, you have to wait on people, and because you have to wait on people, and because it's not like a virtual business where you can just turn a switch and you go and you get an instant reward and stuff. A lot of times people walk away from it. And I think that's frustrating him too. That's why I wanted him to come back to a physical business so he can see the things you have to go through. A physical business 20 times harder than a virtual business. 20 times harder. A virtual business, I ain't got to put no money out to do no virtual business. I just turn the camera on and talk and hope you go buy a course. It don't cost me no money. If it don't work, I do another video tomorrow. Like for instance, I went out and bought bought money on that. Not first going to bring popcorn. I went out and bought money I bought money from a popcorn store they had in Charlotte, North Carolina. Had to go rent a box truck, drive down there, pick up that popcorn stuff, bring it back, kept it in storage in my back of my box truck all that time. Um, get it here and find out that it works. It works for movie theater popcorn, and that's what they were selling, the movie theater popcorn. But it doesn't. People don't want that. They want the kettle corn. And I thought it was kettle corn. And what they were doing, they were taking they were popping the popcorn like you get at the movie theater, and then from there they were putting it inside this this cooker, and they would melt the caramel and your different flavors on top of it. I didn't like that. No, I didn't like the way it tastes. I just didn't like it. So with that, that's when I reached out and I found Popcorn Ron. And Popcorn Ron, he had the kettle corn that gives it a different taste. When you cooking it when you cooking it in that kettle, the old style way where you where you got a flame up under it and you got grease and it's stirring it around. It's and you got pressure on there when the popcorn popping and stuff. And it's a totally different taste. It's just like down in the country, it's one thing when you frying fish and you frying it and putting it into these $500-600 deep fryers that we have now. That's one thing. But when Granddaddy go get that black pot and put the fire up under it and drop the fish in that black pot, hey, it's a totally different taste. Same thing with the kettle corn. So all that equipment pretty much was useless. But it was a learning experience. So I had to get rid of that, bring in the kettle corn. The kettle corn runs good. And now I learned from the kettle corn, I don't want to have a bunch of different flavors of kettle corn because I got a bunch of different flavors of kettle corn. That's a lot of popping I got to do. I got to keep popping all those different flavors all the time. So now you popping corn all the time. So what I can do, I can just have 2 or 3 different flavors, pop all that corn on one weekend, and I can store it up, and I'm good. So that's the way I'm going to cut down on those. And same thing, I'm just going to have 1 or 2 flavors of cotton candy, and I can make all of that on the weekend, sell it, and as it go, we'll replenish it. And that pushes, we can push the store out front and give more advertising on the weekend when they're cooking and popping all the stuff we need out there and bringing people in. So that's the stuff I think that's running him. The fact that he the hate they're not really hating. I had to figure that out too. Yeah, check him out. He's good. Yeah, 89 Dr. Funk. Say he been checking them out for 10 years. Say he good. Yeah, they're not really haters. They just don't know. And if you don't know, you make assumptions and you believe that. You believe it all the time. They're not haters. They just assume that. Like I said, and nobody never showed them anything different. So they and like I said, you have a belief that one thing is this, but then you can know something is this. Right now, Glendon and myself and a lot of people we know this is how you do business. A lot of people believe this is how you do business. And the thing is to get those people who believe to start looking at the ones that know. And like they say, it's a whole lot easier to con someone than it is to convince somebody that they've been conned. So I can easily con you, but it's hard to convince somebody that they're getting conned. BK from the Rocky, social media connects folks way better than what we think. Even though you don't physically see folks, you can build a strong relationship. Yeah, you do. I'm gonna read a couple more, then I'm gonna get out of here. Oh, does anyone else notice how Mike knows his numbers on all the different aspects? 800 for this, 300 for that, 400 for this, and know your numbers. Yeah. Because that's all I do. I look at the numbers all day. Mike, you real in a world of fake influencers. So many people do not know their numbers. So they're not doing it for real. Yeah. That's the thing. That's the thing we look at. When we're looking at stuff, you look at numbers. That's what I look at. I look at numbers. I know when I open these doors to this ice cream parlor, I know to break even, I got to do $160. So $160 is my break even point in this ice cream parlor. And what I based that upon, $20 per hour. We open 8 hours, $20 an hour. $20 per hour. I'm not paying nobody $20 per hour. Right now, the highest I pay somebody is $10. But $10, if I had to have two people in here, 'cause I need two people for security reasons. I try to have at least two people, especially for a young lady. I try to have a young man here with them too. But I want to have two people here. So if I got two people here, that's gonna, if I had to pay them the top, that'd be $20. So $20 times we open 8 hours, that gives me $160. So that's my break even point. So what I do, I look and see if I can break even on that 160 for labor. Once I break even on that 160 per labor, then I start looking at stuff, going a little bit further. I start looking at stuff as far as my rent, the my cost of goods, um, getting my artwork in, getting the expanding, getting the new freezers and stuff. I start looking for stuff like that, replacing equipment. I start looking at that money. And that money right there, I got to make another $40. So now $200. $200. I got all my cost of goods. I got enough to pay my rent. I got enough to do what I got to do in the next phase. And so now, after I cross over $200, now I'm strictly all profit. So now I'm good. So that's what I'm trying to do. I try to keep it up where we get about $200. And some days, like if we have a rainy day, and a lot of times the kids here, they be like, it's raining, ain't nobody coming in. Can we leave? I'll be like, nah, we can't leave because somebody might come in. And you don't want to get your staff to thinking, oh, it's getting ready to rain. Can I take off? You want them to know we're going to be open these 8 hours. And that's another thing too. I was having this conversation with them. Uh, the kids these days, they don't want to ride the clock. I said, when I was working, and if you get to ride the clock, you don't do anything. You know, I said you can look at your cell phone after everything's swept up and stuff. If nobody's here, ride the damn clock. We couldn't wait to ride the clock. When I was working in tobacco and it started to rain and you had to go to the side and set off. Shit, we could sit here all day if I'm getting paid. I didn't care about riding the clock, but these days they want to ride the clock, and that's the other thing too. Glendon talk about this all the time too. I was talking to the young man. He don't want he want to do something that's meaningful. And I was like, why do you care if you get making money? Do what you want to do meaningful after you get off work. No, I want to do something that I feel like I'm making a difference. Do that after you get off work. Just make your money and go. I never felt like when I went to work, work was work. I ain't never liked going to work. I don't like going to work now. That's work. When I got off of work, that's why I done something meaningful. But they think work's supposed to be fun and you gotta be doing something to promote the universe and stuff. And never seen people who don't want to ride the clock. I said, man, ride the damn clock. You ain't doing nothing. You gotta be here for 4 hours. Just ride the clock. So Mr. O, hey, what's going on? Oh, and now Dr. Funk says his grandfather bought his house from George Clinton back in the 70s in the west side of Detroit. My dad helped engineer Marvin Gaye's album. Okay, his brother dad helped engineer Marvin Gaye's album. What's going on? That's good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, a lot of people, Mr. O, a lot of these guys are fake. They just peacock until they touch money. Yeah, that's what happens. A lot of them did do that. They did fake it until they made money off of YouTube, and then and now they make their money off of YouTube. Yeah, Glenn still have about 300 subs. Yeah. Okay. I don't have a gimmick. YouTube pushes people that can drive more traffic to their website. A lot of times it's the silly stuff, girls, cars, and violence. Yeah, it is. Doing a physical business will prepare you for the online business. Personally, I like the physical offline business. I'm learning a lot interacting with people, getting data. Yeah, Yeah, if you get offline, you get an offline business going physical. You go online. Online is easy. Online is easy. I mean, super easy. Yeah, yeah. You from Henderson, Ewan? Yeah, he from Vance County. He knows about that black pot. Yeah, hey, now Dr. Funk. I have about 5 seasoned skillets that I use to fry. Yep, no doubt. All right, Branson Appliance Presser. You could do some of the popcorn flavor seasonal. Like, yeah, I am. Like we do a Christmas popcorn that a lot of people buy and sell and send to present. We'll do that again. But I gotta get it to a point because what happened, um, I don't want to be popping popcorn every day and making ice cream every day. So what I'm doing, the popcorn, we moving that where we do all that popping outdoors on good days because it brings in sales to be out there. People can see us actually doing it and making it. It's good advertising, and people come in and they buy it off the streets, and it puts a smell outside the popcorn and caramel and stuff. It just puts a smell outside that just brings people in. And same thing with that cotton candy. We're gonna do the popcorn and the cotton candy, all that outside where they be able to see it, they be able to smell it, they come in here and buy it, and they know they can come back next week and get the same thing. Also, right now we're getting to the end. I want to thank everybody for watching. This Thursday, I would not be I would not be talking like this to you all. I'm coming live, but I'm coming live from my actual concert outside. I'm gonna be streaming the concert outside, so I'm gonna be coming live that way. It won't be me sitting down. It'll be me walking around, just interviewing people, asking them about what's going on in the town of Selma, how they liking the concert, let y'all see the stuff that's going on. Just getting and what I'm trying to do, like I said on Public Access Channel, I'm gonna start probably trying to make making like a little hour series where I'm going out and I'm interviewing the different businesses, stuff to do around Selma, interviewing the residents and all that stuff, and making just a little small TV show. And then I can push my advertising for my ice cream on there, and also I can also go to the local businesses and see if they want to advertise on there. And with that, what I hope to do, I hope to get one of these young kids around here to actually have them actually take that over and have them actually go out, shoot the content and stuff, uh, edit the videos and send all that stuff in. And I'll be like blending, have me a media company. So that's what we'll do. That's what I'm looking to do. Since I got to do it anyway, and I need to be advertising the ice cream parlor and all that, that'll give me something to do there, and it'll give the young kids something to do, and where they can actually see how they can actually write sales copy, ad, and all that stuff. All right. Yeah, Tony Donato. So I'm not the only one that doesn't like going to work. No, you're not. I like going to work doing what I want to do. I don't like going to work doing what somebody else wants me to do. Once again, I want to thank you all for watching. If you would like to talk to me more about the appliance boot camp, especially if you're a truck driver, we getting y'all running out. This is your whole time. Call me at 919-373-5526. You can call me Wednesdays, 1 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'll be more than happy to talk to you. If you hadn't already, in the description is a link. Go there and purchase the appliance boot camp. We have an online and we have a physical. I'm gonna be releasing the new dates. We're gonna be doing June, July, and August. I'm gonna be releasing those new dates in the next week or so. So you'll be able to sign up for those new dates. Also, if you're running a business, appliance repair business, any type of service business, and you want to get it a lot more organized, there's a description in there for work is. Click on work is. They help you get your stuff organized, and it make life a whole lot easier. Once again, I want to thank everybody for watching, and I'll talk to you all later.